And welcome to the Mr. Pavline channel. I just wanted to show you some of the toys that I've bought. I don't even know what they're going to do for me. Some stuff that I bought off of Temu. Check it out though. I've gotten this little box. It's wires. It's a little board, like a chip board or something like that. And then we have the power supply. I mean, check that out. It is kind of cool. So all you do is like somehow we are going to, let's see here. Wow, well, it goes something like this. You got to plug it in. Oh, I'm sorry. Check that out. So we plug that in, which I probably believe that is going to be the wrong way because I don't think the plug would go in that way. Let me double check. No, that looks like that's the way it goes. I have it the wrong way. So let's put it at the bottom here. This is a cool little thing. I just want to learn how to use it. Connect it. Let's get, see that? Okay, so now we got it in. And what I'm going to use today is I'm using my old Nintendo plug. Check this out. I bought this at Temu. So it's like a little, this is a power supply. So we're going to use the Nintendo plug to plug it in. Okay? So let's do that. Okay. Check it out. We have power. So that's cool. Let me shut it off. Now, I got a little bag of LEDs here that look kind of cool. Let's open those up and let's take an LED light out. Let's see what's happening. What's up, everybody? Throw in some comments. Let's get a chat started. And let's hang out. Showing you what I got going on my little box here. Okay, so if you notice, we have negative and positive. And if you notice, the only thing that we know here is that the LED has a shorter end on one side and the other. So you can plug it into any number. Okay, I don't know which one's going to be negative. I put the shorter one on the negative. Hey, that's tight. I just made a black light. We're going to go out there and find AC leaks with this little sucker. Put like 4 or 5 of them together and we'll have a big old light. But that's kind of cool. I mean, I think I paid $12 on Temu. I just plugged this in. I used my Nintendo plug, which I went to the Goodwill and found a couple of them. So I do have a couple of these. And again, that's just kind of cool. Plug it in. Boom. The only other thing I do not understand is I don't know what all this other stuff is. So I'm going to have to go ahead and, you know, I like the phones these days. You take a picture of one of these little deals and it tells you exactly what it is. And then you can do some research on what it does. Because I really don't know what else we can do with this. I've ordered all kinds of stuff on Temu. I mean, look at that. It was only like $2.99, so I had to pick it up. I have no idea what it does. But I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and see what that does. I also bought this little tiny screen I'm going to try working with. This little tiny screen, I'm going to connect to my Bluetooth. This little screen, I'm going to try connecting to my Raspberry Pi here. See, look, I have my Raspberry Pi 3B. Okay, it already has a screen, a nice touch screen. This plays video games. This screen kind of sucks. You need to get a smaller screen because for some reason this one, the pixels they don't let the screen, the video games move too quickly. So it's kind of a slow motion. But for $1.99 on Temu, I thought I'd try this little screen. It's got all these connections on the bottom that you would use to connect, hopefully, to your Raspberry Pi or anything. So I think that's kind of cool. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But for $1.99, I thought I'd buy it. I bought another power supply just in case I burned the first one out because I did before. I burned it out by not connecting the things inside of the terminals here. So I was just messing around and I heard a little sizzle and I smelled something burning, and that was the end of that deal. But I've all kinds of wires that you can use. I mean, they just poke right in there. You know, I miss the days when I miss the days of Radio Shack. Radio Shack used to be a cool store because you can build stuff. This is the kind of stuff I wanted to learn when I was younger. I used to take apart my brother's toys just to see what was inside of them. A few of them I do remember were those. Who remembers those Tiger LCD games? Gosh, those were the cheapest, but when we were young, they were the best. They were our Game Boys before the Game Boys. I like that little screen, man. I wonder what I want to see what I can do with this little screen. That would be cool if this would be like the little mini Game Boy. you know. Game Boy with some color screen. Turn it. I still want to know what this is. I really don't know what that is. I do want to connect that and see if numbers, but I really don't know how yet. I don't want to fry everything up. But there's some cool stuff off of Temu. I mean, who's willing to learn something? This is the kind of stuff that gets you building your arcade, because that's how I built my arcade. You know, I watched YouTube, and yeah, you buy it's boards with extra wires and controllers and USB. I built that one. I didn't build it. At the interior, I built. It's all brand new buttons with lights and stuff. And I'm thinking, see, there's no off button on those. You have to just unplug your arcade. So now check this out. If I connect this board and this stuff to my Raspberry Pi arcade, then I would have my own button, off and on. That will power up. That will power up my Raspberry Pi. So you got little terminals here that have 3.3 volts or 3. I don't remember the voltage. It's 3.3 or 5 volts. So you could turn this into 3.3 volts or 5 volts to power up certain things. Look at that. Is that cool or what? And that's nice and bright. But I think these little things from Temu are cool. These are the things we need to learn these days, you know. Turn that video game off, you know, after work. Instead of turning your Xbox on, you know, take one of these and open it and play with it and learn a little something. They got buttons. There's all these little diodes. I'll tell you what I've done once before. I bought a Game Gear on OfferUp. It had no sound and the screen was going away. So I watched a YouTube video and the guy was just replacing these little doodads on the board or something like that. I went to Fry's Electronics, which we don't have anymore. But I bought these little things that I needed off of Fry's Electronics. I went home, turned on my solder iron, and I took the old parts off. I put the new ones on, and wow, I fixed the Game Gear. It's got volume, it's got picture. Turned around and sold it for twice as much as I bought it for. You know, that's just part of learning things. It's always cool to learn something new. And I'll tell you, sometimes it only takes one person to change your life. I was a salesman at the Jiffy Lubes and all that stuff, and all I did was change oil. I met a guy that learned how to do AC work, and all of a sudden, that's what I do now. I do, you know, auto AC is what I do, and I never knew that would be my whole life. I thought I'd be stuck at the lube shops. So, like I said, all it takes is one person that gets you wanting to learn something that could change your life in anything. You know what I mean? And if you have a willing to want, then try it, because all you can get is a rejection, and even if you fall down, you're gonna get back up and do it again. I mean, this stuff's fun. I mean, like I said, I don't know what all these do. I know what LED lights are. I don't know what those little pins do, those little diodes or whatever they are. I really don't know what they are. But I mean, I got all kinds of stuff. I got little buzzer speakers. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna get on YouTube. I'll figure some of this stuff out and do more than just plug in I do more than just plug in this light, which is still cool. I think that's a good start. But I mean, all these wires, everything, for like $12, and then it didn't get here on time, so they gave me a $5 coupon for next time when I purchase something. I just know there's more. Oh, I even got heat sinks. They threw in some heat sinks for my Raspberry Pi. See, this is my Raspberry Pi. This is what got me into all kinds of stuff. So when I got on YouTube and started seeing all these little items that you can buy, it made me wonder, well, let me just buy them and have them, because you never know when you might need something. You watch something on YouTube and say, hey, I would love to do that. And these little computer chips are bomb. So you could do so much stuff with them. So that's what got me into buying all this stuff on Temu. And like I said, on Temu, this stuff doesn't cost anything. You just got to wait for it. But we buy everything online nowadays anyways, as it is. That's why there is no more Radio Shacks. This is what Radio Shack was known for back in the days, selling items like this so you can learn how to be a smart computer whiz. But I think it's cool. I think this is cool. I wish there was more I could do to it right now, but I just got it in the mail like yesterday, and I barely opened it up and took a look at it. Was looking at everything that I didn't even remember what I ordered, because I waited for like 2 weeks for everything to get here. I mean, I can't wait to connect this screen. I want to know what this screen does. You know what I mean? This is kind of cool. And then I don't know if it connects to any. I mean, what is that for? It's like a slot. I don't know. Like it's supposed to go in something. Maybe it is supposed to. I didn't read everything. Like I said, I saw it for $2 and I said, put it in the cart and let's get it. So I think this is cool stuff. I just wanted to share and show you all this kind of cool stuff that you can purchase, you know, especially on Temu. I think this is a cool thing. I think this is something that kids should have in school at a certain grade to teach them, you know, negative and positive wiring and how to connect stuff. I mean, we need more of this stuff. This is what everything, you know, your car's going to be ran electric in 10 years. So I'm going to electrically learn how to use these. I mean, that's kind of cool. And it came with all kinds of different colors. Like I said, I don't know what all this other stuff is, but it's cool. So I just want to show everybody what I got from Temu, and I'm going to go ahead and check out some of this stuff, and maybe I'll come back later and show you what these do. I mean, there's got to be power reducers or something that gives more power, or I mean, if you guys know anything, drop some comments down here and let me know. You know, I'm sure I'm not the only person that bought this on Temu, and, you know, they wouldn't sell it if people weren't purchasing things. I can care less about some of this stuff, you know, but I want to learn what a lot of these little things that you see connected to green boards and what they do. But yeah, everybody. So thank you for stopping by and watching. Please like, join, and subscribe to my channel. Level 3. If you join my level 3, every month that you're a member, you will receive air freshener. Every month that you're a member. Mr. Paul Valine. Mr. Paul Valine. I got all kinds of fragrances. If you're one of my regular customers, every time that we're done with work, you will get a Mr. AC one, which we do all the time already anyways. I've been doing this for 3 years. I've had these stickers made, and when you people join level 3, I'm actually doing these myself with the Cricut machine. So there'll be Mr. Paul Valine specialties just for you subscribers when that subscribe to level 3. And I have fragrances. I got good fragrances. We got a lot of fragrances like Rolls Royce. That's my black ice. I got New Car Tesla. That's New Car. H2 Cool. That's cool water. Aphrodisiac Cadillac. You'll just have to find that out. That's just a fragrance of its own. We got Strawberry Porsche. Corvette Breeze, which is like ocean breeze. Watermelon Maserati, which is that. Kids love that one because it smells like a Jolly Rancher. We got Mango Mustang. Coconut Lamborghini, which that's what's in my ride. Cherry Ferrari and Fresh Lexus. And more on the way, everybody. Remember, I do everything myself. Everything I do is solo. I do all this. Mr. Paul Valine, YouTube. I have Mr. AC. Bam, with my phone number, just in case anybody forgets who I am. Because, you know, you do work after a couple years, and I still have people text me asking me if I'm still doing AC work. No, that's because I've been doing it for 13 years on my own. So, there are customers that haven't needed my services for a few years, you know, because people get cars or change cars. But I mean, as long as the air fresheners go, we got them packed and loaded. Packed and loaded and ready for shipping. Please join my level 3, everybody. And if anybody got any comments, the clowns are out now. Hey, thank you, clowns, huh? Clowns that work for themselves. Just showing everybody what I bought off of Temu. Fred Hodge Jr., where are you from? I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona. And we just chilling. And I have no idea how that came up. That's tight. I'm just messing with my phone because I'm not used to being live all the time. But everybody join my page. Level 1, level 2, level 3. We've always got something else. If I just put a page out. I used to be in the newspaper when I was a kid, posing for Richland Homes here in Phoenix, Arizona. Join my page and learn a little bit about me growing up and doing the paperwork. I wasn't a paper boy, but I was in the paper, and not for a bad reason either. Oh, that's how it worked. Put in. Haha. So, people tapping in. Where you from? Let's spark a chat. Spark a chat. I'm gonna spark up my Smoke 30. Where you people from? Smoking on them Skittles. Oh, Fred Hides was put out. Fred Hides went on a timeout. What'd your mommy do to you? You shouldn't be on YouTube. Anybody else? Put a comment down, man. Where you guys from? I'm out here in Phoenix where it's like 108 degrees today. We just chilling. Showed you guys what I bought from Temu. Stuff to play with, little toys, electronics. Try to learn a little bit more. Every day that you learn something, you get smarter. You know that, right? And like I've told everybody before, it wasn't my world to be an AC tech. I met one dude that did AC on a car, and I said, I want to learn that. He's passed now. He died a few years ago. I didn't know, but one of his family members stopped by and told me. So, you know, that's a bummer. But again, you just don't know who can change your life. All it takes is one person, you know? When I used to get my hair cut at Supercuts, all the time I went to the same guy. I inspired him to go open up his own haircut barbershop place. It makes me feel good that I can make somebody do something that they've always dreamed of. So that's kind of cool. So, you know, he's always cut my hair after that. Of course, that was a while ago. Some people stop what they're doing because either it gets too hard or they're not getting enough customers. But we have enough advertising in this world that we should have enough customers. I advertise on Nextdoor. I advertise on Craigslist. I used to advertise on OfferUp, but they kicked me off OfferUp for advertising. And all people do is advertise tires. Yeah, it used to be tires all day long, non-stop. And but me, I couldn't do none of that. But I did write a letter this year, and I told them that I would not offer any services anymore if you guys would let me back on. And they did. They let me back on, and I'm not going to do any service advertising. I love selling. I love buying and selling. I used to do auction onlines. Auction onlines are fun. And let me tell you, even if you see something cheap and you don't think you could use it or somebody would buy it, get an Amazon's account. Let me tell you guys something and what to do. Get an Amazon's account. Buy junk on auctions. Put it on an auction. Put it on Amazon's, and you'll sell it. One time I put a Sirius satellite for sale. It was one of those headphone ones, the Stiletto. Is that what they were called? Stilettos back then when they first came out. I had 2 of them I got at an auction, okay? I probably paid $5 for them each. What's good? Phoenix, Arizona's in the house. What's happening? Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for joining today. We just chilling and talking. I totally forgot what I was talking about. Amazon's account. So I bought those Sirius satellite. I believe they were called Stiletto. Thank you, bro. I call this my inspiration room. I do music. We play music. I got my little. Watch, I'll show you guys. I got my little DJ mixing. My Serato. Got my computer. I got my games that I gutted and put my own Raspberry Pi. If you know what a Raspberry Pi is, if you don't, check YouTube out. May get you into something that if you guys like any vintage games, you can pay nothing for them and enjoy them forever. It's just a little chip. This little chip controls this and the buttons. I got all the buttons new. They light up. They're cool as could be. I appreciate you. You know, I've always been that kid that walked in Peter Piper Pizza and hear the backgrounds of video games like Double Dragon and Mortal Kombat and Street Fighters. And I still remember, if anyone remembers, if you're my age, you know the Nintendo 64 was actually going to be called the Ultra 64. And they say it on Cruisin' USA here. So every time I got Cruisin' USA just doing this little advertising to come play games here. Yeah. That it says coming soon to the Ultra 64 in 1995. So they already had plans of calling it the Ultra 64. For some reason they changed it to N64. What part of town you in, Vintage? Let me tell you guys something, especially you in Phoenix. I don't know if you watch the news or anything, but on Sunday over here at the Dairy Queen right behind me, there was a robbery. Two dudes started shooting at each other. Hello, Two-Tone. I thought he was going to say Two-Stone. There was a shooting right here. Some guy tried to rob another guy, and this was Sunday morning, so we were just chilling in the house here, and all you hear is boom, 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 boom. We're like, damn, those definitely were not fireworks. So I got up, looked outside the wall, and people were running like crazy. I went outside to the front yard here, and the car takes off, zooming down the street. So I said, let's hop in the car. Let's hop in the car. Let's go see what's going on. Because just right here, I can see out my back window. I should have the YouTube channel every morning going on, showing you guys what's going on back here. The cops are back here at the alley every single day, making that this is private property, get off, blah, blah, blah. And they got to do it like kids, man. Like these are kids every single day. And they do. They get up and they leave, but in the afternoon, they all come back, and they could be like 15 deep. Side of my wall and everything. But yeah, they got one guy got shot at. So we went to go see what was going on. So we hopped in the car and just kind of went around in a circle. And like I said, the cops were all out here. The yellow tape at the Dairy Queen was taped off. All the evidence were right there because that's where the shooting happened. But the guy that got shot at and got hit, he was a few buildings down. And we went to go see what's going on over there, and yeah, he was getting hauled off in the ambulance. And then the car that we saw zooming real fast, they were actually pulled over here on the side. So they got pulled over. They said 2 were detained. So they didn't say any more information about what happened to the guys, or I know one got hit. I don't know if the other got hit, but man, those guns, they were just right here, so we're so close. So they were there all day. 88th Avenue, McDowell. Nice, nice. I'm over here at the I-17 and Cactus area. I do AC on cars. It's what I do. I hope you guys see my videos. One of my favorite videos is the 1990 Chevy truck, 1500. It's got like 43,000 views. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for leaving comments on that one. That one has so many questions all the time. And every time summer comes along, that's always my #1 video. It's always the #1. I was like, hey, every year, man, every year it just gets more and more and more. Oh, I found you on offer. You found me on OfferUp. Nice, nice. I don't have much for sale right now. But I do got some stuff for sale. 88th Avenue, McDowell. You ever been to Rudys BBQ over there in Goodyear area? I love that Rudys place. I saw Rudys when we first went to Texas, like 2 years ago. The same month that New Mexico legalized marijuana. I didn't go for that reason, and I didn't know that was happening, but I do remember that because I smoked, you know what I'm saying? So we came home, and then we noticed on the way home, Tucson had a big old sign saying, coming soon, Rudys. I'm thinking, man, I wish we had Rudys back at home. And sure enough, man, we got like 3 of them out here. We got Rudys, Goodyear, Chandler, now one in Scottsdale. And wow, man, that's just some good barbecue food. I always like Dickey's, but Dickey's is just average barbecue food. I love Rudys. It's very nice. What do you do for fun, Vintage? Or what is your hobby? What do you got going? You guys, please sign to my channel. You too, you could even stop by and buy air fresheners, but if you want it to be a level 3 subscriber, every month that you're a subscriber, you will get an air freshener. I got bottles. They are printed from my Cricut with Mr. Pauline on them. I got fragrances that are crazy. Nice, nice, nice. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to pin that message because I want to check you out, or somehow I don't know if we can do anything like that, but I'm gonna find you on YouTube, and I'll subscribe to your channel. Goodwills and stuff are always fun. That's what we do all the time. Thrift stores out of town. More for my wife, because she likes to find some cool clothes and stuff, and you know, for work. And me, it's always electronics or something I can sell for more. You know what I mean? I found a Sirius satellite radio, just a regular one, and I bought it for like $3 on at the Goodwill. And it's still on. I bought it like 3 or 4 years ago, and I got it must be on for life or something, because I noticed sometimes I bought in some and they'd only be on for like 5 days because it hasn't been on for a long time. That they'll go ahead and erase it from its memory, so whoever gets to pick it up will get some free listening. But after so long, once they find out you've been listening, they shut it down and tell you, subscribe or something. But this one has been going, so I got Howard Stern for years. Yeah, I love thrift stores, man. California, I found some Nintendo 64 games back, and they were China ones, and they wouldn't fit in the N64, so I took them out of the little cases and put them in the Nintendo so we can play it. That Chinese version was loaded; it was full. They ended it. It was yeah, Mario 64. They had all the stars, but everything was all in Chinese writing, so it's like you couldn't read anything. I don't think I have that one anymore, but I think I have the Super Nintendo, Super Mario World in Japanese or China. I really don't know which one it is. But heck yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I started off with just the toys I bought from Temu. I was just gonna close it down, but then people started writing, and man, you start writing and making conversations. That's why we don't go anywhere. We just sit here and chill and kick back and give us both something to do. And I like seeing people from Phoenix. I love my hometown area, or even people in my Four Corner area, even far away. Last Saturday, we had people from Israel and Russia, and there's a couple more. It's hard to remember. I found a Sega Game Gear in the bulk trash the other day. Wow. We used to find stuff. We used to live close to Toys R Us when it used to be on 10th Street and Camelback when we were kids, walkable, and we'd go back there and I'd find Game Pros. Every month I'd get a new Game Pro because for some reason they didn't sell. They would just put a little scissor cut in the pages, nothing that's a big deal, and we'd just go and take them out. I know we found other stuff, but that's what I really remember the most. And then we found somebody's pager. They wanted to fight us over it because they're the ones that lost it and we found it. But that was fun stuff. I miss those days when we had police scanners, man. I saw a vintage one at the Goodwill, and it's one of those ones that you would have to go to Radio Shack back in the days and buy this little, I forgot what they were called, crystals or something like that, so you could put the channel in, and man, old memories. My dad found it in an apartment complex once, and ever since then, I've been into police scanners. Not anymore. But when I was young, man, we had so many things that we can listen to on a police scanner compared to today. I remember one time the city bus got spit on. And they got on the phone and said, "Bring a driver because I'm going home." I thought that was funny. Yeah, I remember Circuit City. I was a school ditcher, so I was always on the bus. And who am I talking to? Yeah, memories, vintage. Circuit City over here by Metro Center. I used to go to Carl Hayden, so that was on 35th Ave in McDowell. Or Roosevelt, close to McDowell. So I would just hop on the bus, ditch school, spend all day at Metro Center. Walk around Circuit City. McDonald's used to be inside Metro Center back in the days when I was younger in high school. So that was like the only thing that was open. So we'd go to McDonald's, hang out. Carl Hayden, huh? I didn't graduate, but I was supposed to graduate in 96. But if you go to that classmates shit, I subscribed for like 1 month. I see that 19 people checked out my profile. So I went ahead and put a YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube on the classmates deal. But I see my old pictures from 94 and stuff. And and there are some people I remember their faces, but I don't remember who they are. I remember a lot of things in life, but man, school stuff, that's hard. Yeah, that is awesome. Carl Hayden. I'll tell you my favorite teacher. I don't know what years you went, but when we were young, we had cool classes like auto mechanics. Man, that was fun. Mr. Ramus. I also had metals where we learned how to weld, gas weld, arc weld, tack weld, run a metal lathe. Did I say gas weld? At lunchtime when we were freshmen, because that was my first class. I mean, that was, well, I don't remember what hour it was. I want to say after, no, it was before lunch. But we would go for lunch just to go play with the gas welders and stuff, just to play with fire. But Mr. Gordon Ramus, he was a great teacher. Funny old man. Always had the worst. He had the funniest jokes. But he was a crazy man. Yeah, they didn't have that when I went. I was supposed to graduate in '08. I'm 34. Okay, yeah, you're years late. Probably no teacher that I was, is there. And if they are, they're super old. Super old. Did they still serve milkshakes when you went? All 4 years I went, it would be like Monday, vanilla milkshake. Tuesday, chocolate. Wednesday, vanilla. Thursday, chocolate. And we would pick those those milkshakes every day, man. Those things were great. And then we learned about the fruit punch. Hayden had the greatest fruit punch ever. They made a movie about Carl Hayden. Yeah, I do. Um, and I knew the kid. I didn't I don't know if I personally know. This is a long time ago. That movie's is it the one with George Lopez in it? Is that the one with George Lopez in that movie? Now that I think of it, it's been a while since I've heard about that movie. But the story they talk about that, I think, is in my era, and I remember him. I think I had him in my classes. I'd have to see his face again because I remember when they interviewed the dude. I remember him. Um, I don't remember my principal's name because it was a long time ago, but he was actually good friends with Paul Rodriguez, the actor, the comedian, if anybody knows who that is. Paul Rodriguez is also good friends with Max Sendejas, number 8 kicker in the late 80s for Green Bay Packers, which was my boss in 2002 here at 7th Street Indian School when we ran the Loop Shop. Paul Rodriguez is Max Sendejas' daughter's godfather. I got to take out his Hummer when he had it. I took it. I didn't ask. Dumb move. Dumb move. But we had fun that night. We cruised the streets and just had fun. But we came back, broke the window at my work. I had to lie and say that I personally broke it. Someone else broke it, but we were all drinking and driving. I had to be retarded. This is a long time ago. Don't drink and drive, folks. Yeah, milkshakes. We used to have milkshakes. And I don't know if you know this either, but every single day Peter Piper Pizza had personal pizzas. Personal pizza and a Coke, $2.25. And you can get as many as you want. So what we would do is every year, whoever was the first closest, the closest person to the line, to the Peter Piper Pizza, we give him the money so we can get us the 2 pizzas each and the 2 sodas. And man, I miss those days. And I think it was like every Monday, Taco Bell was there, but all they sold was bean burritos. I believe it was just bean burritos. But my whole life, all 4 years that I went and didn't graduate, we ate Peter Piper every single day. And even to this day, I still don't get tired of Peter Piper Pizza. Nah, we barely got a carton of milk. You guys had deep dish Pizza Hut. Wow. No, we had Peter Piper Pizza back then when it was real good too, when they made it in a nice oven. If you ever been to those pizza places where they put the pizza in the fire and then it's done in like 3 minutes, that's how Peter Piper did it at first. And that was so good because that fire would make and it wasn't fire, it was just a hot rotating oven. And you had to keep moving it from, space to space, and keep popping the bubbles. But man, the onions and the bell peppers would have that fire taste to them. Now they don't do that. They do the same thing as Whoppers. They stick it on a conveyor belt and it comes out the other side. And you look at the bottom, it's still white dough. It's not even crispy, brown, golden like it used to be. But, again, it comes from somebody that used to eat Peter Piper every single day. Yeah, Peter Piper is the best. I hear the ovens that they got rid of, there's one of them that still has it, and it's the one on Central and Southern, way up there on the south side by South Mountain. They have the old school road, and I haven't been there yet. My wife says that they're working down there doing the light rail, so I don't really want to go down there and deal with light rail and turning and all that mess. Just wait until it's done. I gotta go to make some family is coming home soon. All right, man. Well, thank you for visiting. Glad to have this good chat with you. Please subscribe, man. I'm gonna find your channel. It's hard, but you can email me, paulvaline@gmail.com. Maybe you can send me a link. paulvaline@gmail.com. Send me a link to your channel, Please. Peace out. I hope you saw that. Anybody else there want to chat? That guy was from Phoenix, so that was cool to talk to somebody from my area that knows what we're talking about, at least. That was fun. Anybody else? What city and state you from? Who we got chilling? Please, people, like, join my channel. Level 1, level 2, level 3, it don't matter. Level 3, you'll get a free air freshener every month that you're a member. Level 1 and 2, I'll send you samples of everything I got. And you'll love them, I swear. Oh, so smelly. We used to sell them at the lube shop. And people would just stop by just to buy them. Just to buy the air fresheners. Not even get an oil change or wash the car for that day. So that tells you how good they are. They won't even go to the O'Reilly's or auto parts store. But they'll come by the shop just to buy our air freshener. Alright, everybody. I'm going to let go. Peace out. Talk to you next time.